This is Jennie T Radio with Justin, Ethan, and Jono. Lots to discuss, but we can't say much. In Cobb County, we're very slow. Join us as we chat about theatre, arts, and more. We'll sit around and make some noise. Come on, let's hear you roar.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jennie T Radio. I'm Ethan.
I'm Jono.
And I'm Justin. We work at the Jennie T Anderson Theater in Marietta, Georgia.
This program will bring you weekly updates from the art centers of Cobb County Parks.
We'll share our current activities, interview renters and members of the community, and highlight the arts around the county.
This is
Jennie T Radio!
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Hello. Welcome to episode 4.
Hey. So happy to have y'all back. As of right now, we are at the end of July, and we still don't have any reopening plans this yet, because, as you can tell, the virus has not gotten any better. However, we are looking forward to the future. We have a bunch of really amazing events on the calendar. We will be revealing a lot of those plans soon, if they haven't been revealed already. Today's discussion, we are going to talk about places you would love to go in the world right now. Like, let's take cost out. Let's take that factor out. So, if you could
remove the virus,
and let's remove the virus. If we lived in a COVID and financial-free world, where would you go?
I would really. I've always wanted to visit Japan so bad. I've always wanted to go. Tokyo, all over the countryside. I really want to go. What about you, Justin?
I would pick Africa.
Just the whole continent?
Yeah. The whole in South Africa. Because it's very beautiful over there. They're very technology forward. Like, they have a whole lot of buildings and, like, it's beautiful and the culture. Yeah. Like the architecture, the land, the animals.
Okay, so this kind of goes into. I love the idea of South Africa. I love the idea of Japan. Now, you said, Ethan, like, you would love to see, like, the countryside of Japan. Anything else except if you could just pick yourself up and land in Japan, you would just land in the countryside of Japan. Oh, okay.
I want to see the giant Gundam suit. I want to check out the nightlife. I've heard cool things about it, and the city looks awesome. And apparently, it's very, like, traveler friendly. So,
would you want the, like, authentic Japanese experience, like staying in a Japanese style home, or would you just want to go to, like, a hotel?
Oh, I definitely want to go to, like, a hotel. I don't want to stay in, like, a tiny room or anything. I will wear a kimono though, the whole time.
Well, you know, women wear kimonos.
No, like, really, I would love to go. I would stay in a hotel, definitely, but I would love to be able to just, like, because I don't want to do like a bed breakfast thing or like a B&B, you know. I don't want to do like B&B. I don't want to, like, stay in someone's home, but I want to stay in my own hotel. That way, I can go out really late, be out and about. Although I just think it would be really fun to visit because it's a major city in Japan. It would be beautiful. Lovely to go.
Would you want to go to Disney World Tokyo?
Actually, yeah, that would be awesome. I forgot that was there.
Or is it? Yeah. Well, I am happy for your travels, and I think you should go to Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right now. All
okay.
Right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Now, Justin, with South Africa, you had mentioned animals and stuff. Are there safari? Like, is it like? Talk to me about South Africa.
Can I change my answer?
Yes, of course.
Because I thought I knew more than when I started talking. Then when I started talking, I didn't. So I just started trying to pull things out. Spain, Barcelona. Yeah. I would love to go visit. I'm never saying it correctly. What is it? It's the Grata Familia. The culture, all of the landmarks that they have. And I saw a movie one time, and they were in Spain, and they were kind of like exploring, and it looked cool. And I love Spanish food.
Yeah, the food is definitely amazing. Would you want to have the whole Spanish experience of staying in, like, a villa or something, or would you want to stay at, like, an Americanized hotel while you're there?
I would want the genuine experience, because if I'm gonna go all the way over there, I don't want to stay at, like, a Ramada Inn or something. So I think I would do, like...
That's fair. It's kind of like... I'm not saying that this is what you would do. If I went to Japan, I wouldn't want to eat at, like, McDonald's all the time. I would want the authentic experience. But no, that's great. I hope... Have you ever been to Europe?
No.
I think you should go to Spain.
You know, and I just got a flight credit from Southwest, so
Yeah,
I'm there.
And I have good news for you fellas. On this podcast, I am giving you that vacation time to go as soon as possible. You have to pay for everything. I will just, and I can't forfeit your time. You'll have to use your annual leave. But I am giving you the option to go ahead and go on vacation. Congratulations. Yes. I would like to go probably to... I would love to go to Italy. That would be a lot of fun. I am such a fan of Italian food that I feel like... But the thing is, here's my worry. I am such a fan of pastas and pizzas and stuff like that. But I don't know if what I've been eating is just the Americanized version of that kind of stuff. So if I go to Italy, it's going to be like, ugh! Well, thank you, gentlemen, for indulging me in this discussion. I can't wait to chat with you again next week. Yes, we can't wait to tune in and listen to what our guest has to say today with how they run their facilities. Oh, did y'all hear that? It must be Susanna!
So recently, I decided to go ahead and clean my tub. I went out and bought the nice tub cleaner that's like a foam. You spray it. So it has like a really strong smell, and I noticed that Speedy, my cat, really was interested in the smell, and he was sitting in the bathroom sniffing it, and I was like, okay, you gotta get out, this is good for you. So I cracked the door, because that's where the litter box is. And so I walk away, and all of a sudden I'm looking around, and I'm like, where's Speedy? And so we go, and I look in the bathroom, and he's sitting on the toilet right next to the tub, just taking deep inhales of the smell. I'm like, Speedy, get out of here, this isn't good for you. So he's like, shoot him out of the bathroom again, and the door's still cracked. And all of a sudden I hear Connor go, what do you think you're doing? And I turn around, and Speedy has his face pressed up against the crack of the door, sniffing real hard at the scent. And so eventually we had to move the litter box out and close the door completely, because Speedy could not stop huffing the smell of the cleaner.
All right, so today, as our guest, we have Suzanne, who is the facility coordinator at the Sewell Mill Cultural Center, and we are so happy to have you here today. So, hello, Suzanne, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you. So, we just have a few questions for you, just basic stuff. First question is, can you just give us kind of an overall overview, explanation of what your position is, and what your position requires of you in kind of just a day-to-day basis?
Well, Sewell Mill actually has every kind of art that you can think of, both fine and performing arts. So we have a full suite of classrooms, including a pottery studio, so we run classes cyclically through the year. We also have the Black Box, and many of our patrons do rent that facility to hold their all kinds of artistic endeavors, whether it's a play, or we've had film festivals, dance recitals, anything you can think of. The Jim and Carol Ney Gallery has a rotation, well, not right now, but we have a rotation of different art guilds and groups and solo artists that come and display their work throughout the year.
Awesome. See, that's really great. So there's a lot here. I mean, there's a lot of different various programming. That's awesome. Also, how long have you been in this position?
Well, I've been here since January of 2018, and that was the opening of the cultural affairs side of the building.
This is going to be a kind of a generalized question, so feel free to answer as much as you want on it. But what's your background? Like education, knowledge, etc., and how has that affected your planning and work, or how have you applied them here?
Well, back in college, I majored in both studio arts and English literature, so I've always, had a love of all kinds of different art. And then I graduated and went and got a master's in art education and started teaching art. So my background really is in art education in the public school sector, and I did that for about 17 years. Then I decided I wanted to transition my career because there are a lot of different factors. I came to teaching because of the love of art, but there are a lot of different things that you have to deal with. So when I was kind of looking at transitioning my career, I knew that I wanted to go to, county cultural affairs arts. And I was looking at Fulton County, but I ended up in Cobb, and I'm really happy to be here. My background as a fine artist, I use that in right now because we're on hiatus and we're just doing very small classes. All of us are tasked with teaching, which is great because, I have that background. I also use it because we fill the gallery. We have at least a couple of shows that different people will come to us or we'll build a show. Our last show before the pandemic was a show that I just had an idea for, and I was like, we're going to do all round art. So we had art in the round, and it was kind of a play on words because usually an artist will say art in the round meaning sculptural, but this was all circular format artwork. So it was really nice because our gallery is light filled and beautiful, and all of this round art really showed really well. I didn't realize that would be the last show for months and months and months, but we've been on a hiatus, and we're hoping to have our gallery come back online in September with a mosaic show. So I'm not sure if that'll happen because it depends on whether or not the pandemic is gone enough that we can open and have a reception and that kind of thing. But eventually all those shows that were postponed will come back probably in 2021.
Besides the obvious challenges, can you name a few challenges or just even one big one for you, either it be in programming, the day-to-day activities of this facility itself, or just the things you find on a day-to-day basis, anything, like a big challenge you've had? Can you think of anything like that?
Honestly, because this facility is built as a hybrid, we have two different kinds of patronage that come in. All of the library programming is free of charge to everybody who wants to partake. And most of the things that we offer, not 100%, but most of the things that we offer do have a cost associated with them because we're either, bringing in artists and their time, costs, or there's a show, and because people pay a fee to rent the facility, they want to recoup some of that cost, so they do charge. So that has probably been the biggest challenge, that some of the normal library patronage that we have just want to partake in our programming, but they don't necessarily want to pay the cost to participate. So we've kind of had to be very creative, and I have gotten, a couple of sponsorships. We had a free fiber art series through AARP where, some of the patronage that was interested could take a class and there wasn't a cost associated with it. So it's just been a different way of thinking about things and offering things that do have value to everybody, but making it so that they can partake of everything that we have. The gallery is always free, and even the receptions that we do usually have, light snacks are free, and those are usually on Thursday evenings and sometimes on Saturday if we have an artist talk and we want more foot traffic.
Name your favorite thing about this facility.
I would have to say my favorite thing is the gallery, which is funny because when I was listing all the things that we have, I forgot. And I think I forgot because we haven't had a show in so long, and it's just been, it's hard for me to look at those blank walls and not have art displayed because our gallery really does show art fabulously. It's light filled, and we just had the walls redone. We had a new hanging system put in because the original panels weren't wearing well, and after a couple of years they were kind of warped and bowed, and we had the whole thing redone and replaced. So I think my favorite part is the gallery. Typically our art specialist Roxanne, who is a superstar, will book the gallery shows, but I kind of have a hand in some of the shows that we do and have in-house. So it's really, really, I think, my favorite part of everything.
Do you have any fun hobbies or interests that you regularly enjoy outside the job? So this is anything, backyard movies, knitting, ping pong, studying the migration habits of the African swallow, like anything at all.
Okay, I do have a few, I don't know if you'd call them fun, but they're fun hobbies to me. I love the Buffalo Bills. I'm from Rochester, New York, so that's my hometown team. Yes, I know. It's a hard road hoe to be a Buffalo Bill fan, but I do love watching American football. I also love reading. I talked about, my literature background in school. I love reading. I read everything, whether it's fiction, nonfiction. I do also have the guilty pleasure of watching all kinds of trash TV. My favorite is probably 90 Day Fiancé. I mean, it's horrible, but it's like a train wreck. You cannot look away. So I do, indulge in all kinds of different things and have a lot of fun doing that outside of work.
What is one of the biggest things you miss during this quarantine / shutdown? As in, what would you do, first thing you do, as soon as everything unlocked and we felt comfortable to go socialize?
I'm going to the bar. Who would like to join me? Because I literally haven't been out socializing in that way, and it's, you don't miss it until you miss it. And I'm not even a bar fly, but I miss it.
Well, thank you very much, Suzanne. Now, before we let you go, do you have any final plugs to like any events coming up, classes, social media, anything big? And also, make sure we know where to reach you and find all the information on Sewell Mill.
Funny you asked that, because we are having our next session of classes. We are doing some very limited socially distant classes in-house, and we're also coming up with ways that you can participate in class curbside. Pottery is one of our most registered for programs, so Roxanne is going to be doing handmade pottery at home. So you'll be able to register for the class, come pick up supplies, and she'll have videos and instructional material that go along with the class. So that registration is unlimited. So stay posted for that. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, we tweet, we're on Instagram. So it's Sewell Mill /Cobb on Facebook and Sewell Mill on all the other platforms. And you can also find us on the county website.
Well, Suzanne, thank you very, very much again for your time. We love you. Thank you so much. And have a great day.
Thanks, Ethan. Have a good weekend.